Good morning. So I wanted to catch up with you guys because it's been a really busy weekend. It's now Monday morning and I feel knackered. So I thought, do you know what? I've always wanted my video channel to be a bit of a diary, a bit of a vlog. So I thought, right, whilst I'm going to get ready for the day, I'm going to just about to straighten my hair. I am going to chat to you about everything that's kind of going on, and yeah, so that you can catch up with what you missed over the weekend. But do excuse me because I'm going to do my hair at the same time. Okay, so yeah, I'm knackered because this weekend I did a lot of work, which is a good thing. I had 4 weddings on this weekend. I feel like that should be 4 weddings and a funeral, but luckily it was not 4 weddings and a funeral. It was just 4 weddings. So I had a really busy week, basically, leading up to it. That included, on Wednesday night, I had a wedding open evening at the Milling Barn, which is a lovely wedding venue I don't really know, it's in Frocking, but it's in Hertfordshire, but it's towards the Cambridgeshire side of Hertfordshire. It's a lovely venue. Please don't judge me for the way that if you ever see me do my hair and makeup, right, I'm not a terribly girly person. I'm not somebody who would ever tell you how to do your makeup, especially hair. I'm kind of a bit better at, but not when I'm not looking in the mirror because I'm trying to look at you guys. So please don't judge me. So basically, Wednesday night was absolutely wicked. I met lots of new brides and grooms actually, there was a lot of couples there. And they were all kind of looking for venues still. So it's really exciting talking to them and finding out like what kind of venues they've been looking at and stuff like that. Now I was absolutely chuffed to pieces because on Wednesday night, there was 2 separate couples who actually I was chatting to who recognised me from my Milling Barn video, because on my other channel, The Wedding Insider, I actually do venue tours, and do go and check them out because, you know, I'd love to hear what you think. So I do venue tours, and I'd done a venue tour of the Milling Barn, which is where we were. So 2 of the couples that were there were actually there because they had seen my venue tour videos, which I was absolutely over the moon about. So a huge thank you to those 2, because do you know what, sometimes it's quite hard because I don't get a lot of feedback on my videos and stuff, which is fine because I haven't been doing them that long. But they are something I really want to do, so to actually get some positive feedback is absolutely fabulous for me. A huge thank you to those 2 separate couples who really made my night. I also met a couple of people who had already booked me and whose weddings I'm doing this year. So yeah, it was all in all, it was a really good time. I really enjoyed it. So that was Wednesday night, and then on Thursday I visited Shuttleworth, which is, again, it's in Bedfordshire, and it is a wedding venue, but it's called the Shuttleworth Collection. So it's got a mansion house, it's got Swiss Gardens, which date back to, I don't even know when, it's really old Swiss Gardens. Oh, it's got an airfield on it with hangars and really old aircraft. And then it's also got an agricultural school on there. So it's a pretty amazing place. It's pretty huge. It's set in 10 acres of land. I was originally going to go and film my next video for the Wedding Insider channel. And it was going to be a walk round of Shuttleworth. But I didn't realise quite how big it was. So by the time we'd had a tour of the whole place with the lovely Georgia, who is one of the wedding coordinators there, she gave us literally a tour of the entire place and all of the separate wedding locations, of which in the Swiss Garden there are 3 separate places that you could get married, which I thought was really quite awesome. So once she'd given us a tour of that and then took us up to the house, I was absolutely knackered, and we'd done way more walking and talking than I expected. So when it came to it, I was a bit like, I'm not sure I can film this today. We did a little bit of filming because I was also working there on Friday night, and I knew the bride and groom who were having their wedding there, and so they had some of their stuff set out already, which I thought was really exciting. So we did a bit of filming, and then we are going to arrange to go back another day to do some more filming, and I think it might actually end up a 2-parter video because otherwise it'll be really long. So that was my Thursday, and then Friday, like I said, I had 2 weddings. So I spent Friday daytime in the office and getting a load of office stuff done because I had all the people to talk to after the wedding fair or the wedding open evening. And so I spent Friday doing that, and then Friday night I had, like I said, 2 weddings on. So one wedding was at Shuttleworth, and I had 2 of my lovely girls going to that. So I got them all ready. And then the other wedding I was working at with a lovely lady who's also in the wedding industry. Now, bizarrely, because this is quite a funny parallel, she actually used to run Shuttleworth weddings, which I had forgotten about until we were talking. And then she said about Shuttleworth, because she'd seen on my, I think I put it on Instagram stories. Yeah, it was my Instagram story. I'd put that I was at Shuttleworth, and she then said about working there, and I was like, I had totally forgotten that she worked there. So I felt really bad, but she didn't seem to mind, so that was fine. But I worked with her. Now, she was doing a challenge in June, and she was calling it her 20-20-20. So she was trying to learn 20 new skills. I can't remember what the second 20 was, and she was giving 20% of what she earned to charity, which I thought was amazing. So it was really nice to work with her, because I have known her for actually quite a long time, but now I work with her. If you saw my WedX video, that was her that organised WedX. She also organises the wedding awards, the local wedding awards. So yeah, so it was really nice to have a chat with her. We spent the evening together and had so much fun, which was absolutely wicked. I'm just going to try and find some makeup because I've got no makeup on, and I wasn't going to put any on, but now I've finished doing my hair, I feel like I need to do something else to get ready. So it's going to be makeup time. So yeah, it was lovely to spend some time with her, and I felt like I kind of, like, not like I did a good thing, because obviously I wasn't doing it for charity, but yeah, I was over the moon with what she was doing, which is really cool. So I was really happy with that. And then Saturday daytime, Lee's parents actually came over, because it's my birthday this week. My birthday is on Wednesday. So they came over because for my birthday I basically asked for some flowers for the garden. Before I put you back up on there, I'll show you. So this is our garden, and right here we've just built this. This is going to have a little bin store around it, so ignore that part. But we've just built these lovely beds here, and I was like, I need some flowers for the flower beds. So I said to them, basically, for my birthday, could you just buy me some flowers for the flower beds? That would make me very happy. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get you back into place. There we go. Oh, I need to zoom out. Woo. That's what I asked for from them for my birthday, and they decided that they wanted to come over and basically let me choose my flowers at the garden centre. So Saturday they came over for that. So during the day we kind of did a bit of garden stuff. We had a barbecue with them, which was really nice, and then I had to get ready and go off to work again. So kind of abandoned them all, which I felt really guilty about, but I didn't really have any choice. So yeah, I went off to work and had a bit of a stressful evening actually, because I had two weddings on Saturday night. I was at Abbots Langley, which is down towards London. Like I said, please don't judge the way I do my makeup, because I am no expert. I am currently using Chubby in the Nude by Clinique, which I really like, because I find this really easy, because I literally just, as I've done here, draw all over my face, so I feel like a bit of a child, which is great. And then I get my makeup brush and I just rub it all in. So yeah, so basically I sent off one of the booths with two girls, and they were going down to, where were they going to? I actually can't remember. That's really bad. Where was their wedding? I know where it was on the map, I just can't actually tell you where it was in terms of names, because I'm having a mind blank. So basically, yeah, I sent two girls off and I went down to Kings Langley. I had a girl with me called Maisie, who was lovely, but partway through the night the girls had a problem with their booth, and basically what had happened is they ran out of paper and ink, and when they put the spare one in, I think there must have been a manufacturer's fault on the spare ink, because it basically just kept ripping. So basically the ink is on a big roll of like film, and so basically the film kept just ripping, and it turns out that the ink was kind of the wrong size, which was a bit of a manufacturing fault, which was kind of annoying. But basically what that meant was I had to leave my wedding and leave my lovely Maisie on her own, which I mean isn't a problem, guys. Like, it didn't matter that I had to do that. The wedding was still amazing, and none of the guests or anyone would have known the difference. But I hated it because I had to leave her and I had to rush over to the other wedding, take them a new paper and ink, or just new ink. So I dropped that off to them and then rushed back to my wedding. So I mean, I wasn't gone long anyway, so it was fine. But I hated it because I was like, oh my god, I'm so stressed. So I had a really stressful evening. And then when I got back, we just kind of went a bit crazy, and it was really busy, which I love. I love weddings, I like that. But yeah, so by the end of the night, we were cream crackered. So then I had to drive home, and actually in the end I ended up doing about 200 miles because I had to drop Maisie home and all of that kind of stuff as well. And then on Sunday I had a wedding fair. So there aren't many wedding fairs that are on this kind of time of the year. But there's one at Needham House, which is it's a new wedding venue. Like, it's been relaunched. It used to be called the Blakemore Hotel, I think, in Hitchin. It's kind of on the edge of Hitchin and Stevenage, which is again in Hertfordshire, so quite local to me, which was nice. But they've kind of relaunched, and since they relaunched, I've kind of tried to do a bit of work with them. Because it's a nice place, it's nice and local for me, and the girl who does the wedding there is lovely. Her name is Gemma. So yeah, so I kind of went and did their wedding fair. So by the time last night came round, you can imagine I was just exhausted. So I got home last night after the wedding fair, and I'd actually sold, so when we did this house up, it had a lovely chimney breast in it, well, a lovely fireplace surround in it, which was a big wooden thing, but we had to take it out because it just took up way too much room in our little house. So we had to take that out. And so I put it on eBay, and then I forgot I put it on eBay, which is, I know, ridiculous. Oh, hang on, I've just dropped something. I just dropped the lid. So another, oh, sorry guys, I haven't told you any of the makeup I'm doing. Not that you're probably interested in my makeup, because if you were interested in a makeup tutorial, you wouldn't be watching me. But basically, I'm just using the Chubby Stick blusher. This is such a good look. And I did also use the, oh god, I'm really clumsy this morning. I used the Bare Minerals bronzer for my, I would say contouring, but I don't really do contouring. I'm not very good at makeup, but it gives me a bit of colour, so I'm happy. Oh god, now I can't remember what I was talking about. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I got home last night, and this guy had asked if he could come and pick up the fireplace, and I was like, oh, you bought the fireplace? I'd forgotten that I'd even listed that. So I kind of said to him, well, can you get there at 6, because that's when I'll be getting home from work. So he turned up at 6 o'clock. I'd sent him all of the dimensions, like in the eBay listing I had put the dimensions of the fireplace, and then he texted me in the day when he said could he come collect it, and could I let him know the sizes, and I was a bit like, it was in the listing, but that's fine. So I sent him over the sizes, and then he messaged back to say he wasn't sure if it would fit in his van, and I was a bit like, okay, cool. I had actually put on the listing that I was happy to do a local delivery, but he said he had a van and didn't want that, so that was fine. And then he turned up, and it was no way going to fit in that van. So I don't even know how he thought it might, but it really didn't fit. So then I said, look, let's just get rid of it, because I was a bit sick of it sitting. It was sitting in my parents' garage, so I think they were probably a bit sick of it sitting in there. So I just said to him, look, I'll just drive it over. So I was going to steal my dad's van, because my dad has a lovely big van, and drive that over. Not steal it literally, like, I mean, just borrow it. He knew he was there. But then he was like, oh, it's all right, I'll drive you over. So it's really nice, because he actually came with me to the wedding fair. And he came with me as well when I dropped that off. So it was really nice, because I got to spend a bit of time with my daddy, and we got, like, I call it daddy-daughter time. And then we ended up driving to Royston, which is really just around the corner from where I was working, to drop off. Can I do this in my camera, hopefully, because then I can talk to you properly. So yeah, then we dropped this off to his house. It was apparently for his other half, who's just bought a new place, and it was a Victorian house that she's bought, so he wanted to restore it back to being kind of a Victorian fireplace, which was really cool. So dropped that off to them, and then by the time we drove back, it was like I think it was like 7 o'clock. So basically was a bit like, oh, I'm tired, and I'd already said that we would have a curry around my parents' house because we quite often do that on a Sunday. So I literally left my parents' house, went home and had a shower, got changed, picked Lee up and drove all the way back to my parents' house for a curry. And actually it was really nice because my brother and his girlfriend also decided to join, which was really lovely. So we had an evening, all 6 of us, which I really enjoyed, although the only thing was I was getting really tired, and I am one of those people, when I get too tired I do get a bit grumpy. So by the end I was a little bit grumpy, nothing major, just a bit like I need my bed. So yeah, came home. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this in the mirror because this bit's a bit of a tough one. And I pull faces and do my makeup. There we go. So yeah, so I got a bit grumpy, but nothing major. So then got home last night and it was, I think it was 11 o'clock when we left Mum and Dad, so it's quite late. And then this morning, Lee woke me up as he was going to work. I was like, I don't want to get up yet, but I did. I needed to get up. So now I have just been catching up. So when I was getting ready this morning, I've just been catching up on watching some of my favourite vloggers on YouTube, which include Louise Pentland and Zoella. That's one of my goals actually, is to meet Louise, because I think she's brilliant. So I've been watching her on my iPad. I think it's probably actually, yeah, see, I'm paused halfway through so that I can talk to you guys. Do you know what, actually, that's not a bad look, because whenever I pause myself on any clips, I would look ridiculous, but Louise, you don't, which is not fair, because I look ridiculous whenever I pause it. And actually that's one of the things Lee does. He finds it hilarious. He will play a video of me and just keep pausing it just to see if he could find me in like the weirdest expression, because I don't know what I do, but when I talk I seem to pull random faces part way through conversations, which you never see when you're playing it, but then as soon as you press pause I'm like, and he thinks that's hilarious. So yeah, that's what my lovely other half does, is he plays a game of how weird can I find my other half's expression. Basically that was my weekend, and that brings us to this morning where, whoa, I've got a bright red one. I don't think I need that for today. Where I am just getting ready and I'm going to be heading to my office in a few minutes. It's about 9 o'clock now, so I really should get a move on. I'm going to put a tiny bit of this on. I don't wear this too often because it's quite bright, but I sometimes put just a touch of it on rather than putting a lot of it on. I do really like it. So I'm a bit of a fan of Tarte makeup. I actually got given this for Christmas from my brother's girlfriend. Now she's way into makeup and she's very good at it, unlike me. But she bought me a little kit and it came with the mascara which I used, which was the Tarte mascara, and the little one that I've just got on my lips. But then because I was running short, she then bought me this. Oh my god, look at this. So I'm gonna do the YouTuber backing. So this is the Tarte, apparently this is their unicorn range. I don't know if you can see that properly, but it is wicked. It's like, yeah, it's so cool. So I love that. I love using that. So I hope you all have a wicked day. I just wanted to kind of do a little bit of an update as to what's going on with me and why I feel like this today. But hopefully it'll be a really good week, and I hope you're all having an amazing day. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. If you do enjoy my video, please do give it a big love, please do give it a big thumbs up or a like, because it means a lot to me. I really want to carry on doing my YouTube videos because I really enjoy it and I want to share my life with you guys. So yeah, please do that, and I shall see you again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.